SBS News, 2nd of May 2023. According to a recent report, China is preventing tens of thousands of people from leaving the country. After 3 years of rigorous COVID-19 restrictions, China increasingly prevents anyone from leaving the country, including Australian journalists. This sends a troubling message. According to a recent report by the rights organization Safeguard Defenders, numerous Chinese and foreigners have been caught up in exit bans. A Reuters analysis revealed an apparent increase in court cases involving exit bans in recent years, and foreign business lobbies are raising concerns about the trend. The Safeguard Defenders research states that since Xi Jinping came to power in 2012, China has broadened the legal landscape for exit restrictions and employed them more frequently, occasionally without legal basis. According to Laura Harth, the campaign director for the organization, between 2018 and July of this year, at least 5 new or amended Chinese laws allowed for the application of exit restrictions, for a total of 15 rules. According to the group, tens of thousands of Chinese are prohibited from leaving at any moment. Additionally, it references a 2022 academic study by Chris Carr and Jack Vroldson that discovered 128 instances of foreigners being expelled between 1995 and 2019, among them, 18 Australians, 29 Americans, and 44 Canadians. According to the article, Australian journalist Matthew Carney of the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, ABC, left China in 2018 out of concern that he might be subject to an exit ban. When he later attempted to renew his journalist visa, he was once more accused of causing difficulties with his reporting and breaking visa rules. A Chinese official had previously warned him that his reporting broke Chinese law. In 2020, 2 journalists from the Australian Financial Review and the ABC were subject to a lengthy travel restriction from China following a severe diplomatic stalemate between Beijing and Canberra. Both men were informed that they were persons of interest in a case involving missing Australian journalist Chang Lei, who is of Chinese descent. As China-US tensions over economic and security issues have increased, attention has turned to exit prohibitions. This stands in contrast to China's rhetoric, which claims that the country is opening up to foreign business and travel after being cut off by some of the strictest COVID regulations in the world. There was an 8-fold increase in the number of cases citing bans between 2016 and 2022, according to Reuters' review of records on exit bans from the Supreme Court of China's database. Last week, China strengthened its counter-espionage legislation, enabling exit bans on anyone under investigation, whether they are Chinese or international. Most exit ban-related cases in the database are civil, not criminal. Reuters discovered none that included foreigners, politically sensitive subversion, or national security issues. Comparatively, the US and EU do not often apply travel restrictions for individuals subject to civil lawsuits. Reuters' requests for comment on exit bans, including questions about how many people, including foreigners, are subject to them, were unanswered by China's Ministry of Public Security. Foreign companies are concerned about the increased monitoring and the ambiguous language of the counter-espionage legislation, which states that individuals who do harm to the national security or significant damage to national interests may be subject to exit bans. According to Jörg Wuttke, head of the European Union Chamber of Commerce in China, there is significant uncertainty. Will you exercise due diligence? Clarity is required. In a statement to Reuters, the EU Chamber said, at a time when China is proactively trying to restore business confidence to attract foreign investment, the exit bans send a very mixed signal. According to the Safeguard Defenders study, those prohibited from leaving China include regular Chinese involved in financial disputes, rights activists, attorneys, and members of ethnic minorities like Uyghurs in China's northwest Xinjiang province. According to a Chinese judiciary study cited in the article, 34,000 people had their leave rights suspended between 2016 and 2018 because they owed money, a surge of 55% from the same period 3 years prior.